Good morning. A very happy new year. Happy morning to all of you. So, I'm going to wait as always for a few people to join. Hi, Archana, Goel, Vimal Raj, Gauri Harish. Hey, hi, Gauri Harish. Hey, Ramya is already online. Super duper. Okay, so காலை வணக்கம் நமஸ்கார் कैसे हैं आप எப்படி இருக்கீங்க केमन आछेन to all of you who are watching this a very happy new year. May 2021 be peaceful, calm, happy to all of us. No, all of us have been through so much. What a roller coaster ride it was, right? 2020, where all of us decided that we will get out of our comfort zone, embrace change, adapt to different situations, because we didn't know how situations would just, keep happening. So that is how everything happened. And yes, I started this in May 2020, Sunday morning conversations with all of my awesome guests who just opened up, who just shared their stories, their journey, their little secrets with all of us. And I finished season 1 with 10 awesome guests, and then it was time for season 2 in October, where we had journeys through music, through food, through photography. My God, it was awesome. And then I decided to give, a small break, because it was festival time, there was Christmas, there was so much happening. And then it's back. The Sunday Morning Conversations is back with season 3, with women entrepreneurs from all fields, where I'm really blessed to have them as my guests, because I know I am super eager to listen to their stories, and I want to know more, because I'm always hungry for stories. And they connect me, they connect each one of us through their stories. So today I begin season 3 with my awesome guest, Ramya Hari Madhavan. And let me just, before I introduce you, let me just add her. Just a minute. Yes. Okay. I have sent you a request, so if you can just accept it and come live. There she is. Hi, Ramya. Hi. So for all those who don't know Ramya Hari Madhavan is actually, she started her journey as HR, but I'm not going to spill the beans, and I'm going to wait for her story. She is the co-founder of this awesome studio, a studio that creates and crafts bags. It's called Hides Studio. And if you go to their website, I'm telling you, you're not going to come out of it without ordering one for yourself. So thank you so much, and good morning. Where's your coffee?
Thank you. Good morning. Here it is. Cheers.
There. Okay. I want all of you to let me know if you can hear us well. If everybody can just give a thumbs up that you're able to listen to us. Yes, I think. Okay. All right. So,
Okay.
Ramya, let's start. First of all, thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. And thank you for
Happy
being
New Year.
my first guest in season 3 of Sunday Morning Conversations. How did it all start? Let me
Thank
ask
you. Thanks a lot for having me in your show. It really feels privileged.
And how did it all start? So tell me something about your college life.
Okay. So, as usual, like as any girl, I was not very clear enough what I wanted to do after my class 12th. So, as any other person, I ended up in computer science. So, but I always wanted to become an entrepreneur. That's because I hail from a business family.
Okay.
And I've seen Appa, like the way he has brought up his business. So that was kind of incultivated in me when I was very young. So even though I was not very sure of what I wanted to become, like, not a very definition about it, but I always had a thought of, I wanted to be somebody who wanted to prove myself, and I wanted to become an entrepreneur. That thought was always behind.
Mm-hmm.
And after my college days, which was in VIT, I kind of got a little clear picture, not a great picture though, but I was like, okay, no, this is not the stream I wanted to be in. So
Mm-hmm.
let me do an MBA. So I'll get the basics of doing a business, irrespective of whatever it could be. And I always believe the human skills is the most difficult to handle. Like, when you can have a control over your human skills and expect what to be expected from others is something which is very, very important in a business or an entrepreneur life. So I chose as a HR.
Okay.
And, it all started from there.
Okay. Okay. A lot of people are saying they're not able to hear you. Um,
Okay.
can you?
Just a
You,
second.
yeah. I, all right. We'll keep talking, and I think my friend Soup Say Cheese is here. Can you tell me, Supriya, if you're able to hear us, and um, we can continue our journey? Audio is fine. Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
Shivaramakrishnan. Yes. So I took away something really important here. You said you wanted to prove yourself. So how did that come? Is there a story to it, or is that something that you just wanted to be in that space?
I could say that that came from Appa, because
Mm.
on the other side he was a person who believed in me so much. Even when I was young, he would come and ask me, Kanna, own decision in like, what do you think of it? Idu panlama. Even though I was way too young, like,
Mm.
I would not even understand half the things of what he says. But
Mm.
he was so courteous to always ask me, what do you think of it? So those small, small things, I thought, okay, I'm going to be a responsible person. If he's asking me for something, even if I don't know, I should read about it. I know I should gain some knowledge over it and respond to him in a good fashion. So, that was
Wow.
a beautiful thing which he did to me.
This is so amazing. It reminds me of my appa who said that never say no to an opportunity. And here is an appa who actually not only inspired you, but asked you that very important question and left the decision in you. That is so important, because then you are responsible for your own actions, and you become that person who says that at every step I will be responsible for whatever I do. So you had an MBA, you've been seeing your appa grow into that business, and that business acumen was maybe already within you. But then how did HR happen?
So after MBA, I was like, should I start something on my own, or should I be in the safe zone of, working? So I thought, okay, you just can't jump into any business. Like, that's what I personally feel. When you start working for others, that's the time, that's a very crucial period where you learn many things. I thought, that would be a great opportunity. So I started working, and even though it was just a year, but I kind of learned quite a bit, like how a corporate works, how are you supposed to manage time, your deadlines, all that, more of time management and addressing to people. So, that was very beautiful. And after that, I kind of had a break. Like, I got married and we were not in India for a while. Hari comes from a leather industry background family. So,
Okay.
this is the second generation. So he was a consultant for a factory in Indonesia. So I used to accompany him sometimes, like just curious, like every nadakadu, what is done and all that. So, the touch of leather came after Hari came to life. Then I started going with him, and he's a designer from Milan. So I thought, okay, my love for bags, and yeah, I've always been a bag lover. Like, if you ask me one accessory I should pick up, it's definitely a bag.
Back.
So I thought, okay, yes. So let's put that and his skills together, and my entrepreneur, dream all put together came Hyde Studio.
Lovely. So, when it all came together, obviously you left your HR job, and what I liked, there's a lot of us who fall prey to this safe zone. safe work, because we know that all right, at the end of the month we'll get a salary and we have to do what we have to do. But then if you push yourself to actually follow your dream, which was already there for you, then I think that was just like you said, it was just something, a stepping stone, right? You said, I just go into this, figure out how it works, and then go into my next so-called avatar, where. So you had Hari's. Tell me, how did that conversation happen? Did you just go and tell Hari, listen, why don't we just make bags, or why don't I do the? How did that happen?
Okay. We were in Indonesia, a country where I really didn't have much to do. People hardly speak English over there. So I started learning their language, trying to understand their culture. Mm-hmm. So after some point of time, when I started accompanying him to the leather factory, kind of, why don't we try something out of this? It just started out of I should learn more about it. The simple thing as even Harry was a person who was very supportive of all this. Maybe I'm very blessed with the two perfect men in my life. So he was like, Nipadi, you should learn about it. Go see what is happening, read about all that. So even the same I was doing. And I still remember I was at home. I was like, okay, let me start this. I want to design a bag. You know what I did? I took a newspaper and a ruler and a pencil. And the most basic design, it was an envelope clutch. So a small girl, I drew that on a, yes. And after that, I was cutting and making a 3D envelope clutch with a newspaper. And I kept it. When Hari came back home, I showed that to him. I was like, you know what? This is what I wanted to do. This is my first design. I know it may not be anything great, but I want to implement this with leather. And I think there is a good future in this. And I would love to take my journey as that. And he was he was not really sure of that initially. He was like, no, I think you're not yet ready to know about the leather. Again, read more about it. So the time we spent in Indonesia was my time to understand the process of the leather. And then once we came back to in Chennai, we started High Studio.
Beautiful. So I can imagine. Do you still have the photo of that newspaper clutch bag? I mean,
no, I actually missed it.
You should have taken that and put it in your studio. And saying that this was the first one that I designed. See, it all begins small. That's what we, and when we are very proud of our creations, which is what I'm getting from you, you become so proud of whatever you created. And I love the way that Hari pushed you, saying that this is fine. So that is what we all need, right? Encouragement, saying that yes, you can do it, but then this is not enough. So you need to do more. So when was it when you said that I'm ready, and when Hari also said, fine, we are ready to launch?
That took us a long time. Then we started reading about, my MBA little skills came over there.
Yeah.
Depth analysis of the industry, the target market, all those. We did a basic research kind of. And then when we found that, there is a big gap, not a small gap, big gap in leather bags between a luxury bag and an affordable one. There was nothing in between. It was either cheap ones or the very luxury ends. There was nothing in between where people can resonate with. So I thought, that's kind of a position where we should target and position ourselves. Then Hari was good with it. He was like, yes, let's do it.
So amazing. So do you remember the first ever bag? Do you know who you sold it to? Would you have maybe the first few? Was it family, friends?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes, definitely.
And what was their reaction when you said that this is from High Studio?
They're all so kind to us. That's so nice. That's always, we're grateful for the family and friends, because, anything small you start about it, they're the person who encourages it. And, they were very sweet too. I think, our first exhibition was in Chennai. It was a flea market,
Okay.
So we and we came. So it was 80% friends who came and was doing free marketing for us. The best part, you know what? My friend started this. Why don't you go have a look at a stall? It was as sweet as that. So it went well. Like we took almost 6 months to kind of understand the market and then start reaching to the outside world. The initial 6 months was very much of friends and family and mouth of word spread.
So you have now you had this, and you had your first exhibition, and you had people already spreading word of mouth. So how old is Height Studio now?
Height Studio is 5 years old now.
Wow. So you just finished the first exhibition, and you started, obviously you started getting more and more into it. You decided that you will segregate and whatever. But I found something very interesting in your website, which was like the bespoke ones, the where you say you can customize your own handbag. How I was trying to figure out, but I said you're the expert. So can you tell me, how can one customize one's own handbag?
See, many times we offer an array of products, but the shopper in us, இதெல்லாம் நல்லா இருக்கு, but I want something more to it. Like we want our touch to the bag we need. Like we can't craft a perfect bag for which is gonna be suitable for every person. That's highly impossible. So what we thought is, like, we'll start giving customization options where people can choose. For example, you're a person who carries laptop every day, so that
Yeah.
a separate laptop cushioning, and it might be very heavy on your shoulders, so that an
Yeah.
detachable shoulder strap. So people, that became our USP. Like people
Okay.
started appreciating that a lot. Oh, this is really nice. I can get to customize what I need. Then from that, we came to the next step as the complete bespoke designs.
Okay.
Which is more of a luxury kind of what we offer. So we meet over a coffee, and the customer explains us what do they need. Then we kind of sketch it and then fill in the details.
Okay, so which one would you think was the most difficult to, but you did obviously you finished it and the client was happy. Do you have a bag memory, a bespoke memory that you have?
Yes, it's actually a part of a collection now. So
Okay.
it was actually a modify. If people, after this, people can actually make out the difference. Both the bags are available on the website. One is called Zoya, other one is called Jean. Zoya remains very similar to Jean, except for a few small detailing which the customer wanted. And I was a little apprehensive of it. Then we drew the sketch, sent to the approval of the customer. She was very happy with it. When the product came, we were so in love with it. It was like, I think it is a little better version of what we have. And then, we obviously took our permission. Is it okay, if we add this as a range? She was more than happy. She's like, please go ahead. I'll be so happy to have it. Those are the one good thing with the customizations and all, like after one point of time, they're just not customers or clients. You start interacting with them very often, you kind of build a personal relationship with them, which I kind of feel is very important for any business at this point of time.
So true. So I saw on your website in the testimonial, and I'd like to read it out for all those who are watching now, and of course people who will watch the IGTV later. I saw a messenger bag in a movie, and the actress carried so well that I had to get one for myself. After years of bagless hunt, I found Height Studio. Thanks a million. Custom made, and love the bag to the core, and would faithfully preserve it for years to come. Much love to Ramya and her team, and craftsmanship is incredible. This is Neha. So this is so beautiful, where people have memories associated with everything. We have our favorite mug in which we drink our coffee, and a bag is something that I think there's a lot of people who have, a cupboard full of bags, because they don't want to, even with the oldest bags, because they don't want to give it away, because there's some really very, very, very personal memories associated with this. So can you tell me what you did first, Neha?
So Sneha again reached out, like she had, she actually took the image from that movie. I
Okay.
know, just she's like, no, this is the kind of bag we need.
Okay.
And I said, Sneha, we can take this as an inspiration. We follow the policy of, we can't copy any other bag, that's not
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
justice done to
Yeah.
any designer.
Correct. Correct.
So after that, we on the very similar lines, we started sketching, and again to fit in her needs, to her everyday essentials, we
Mm-hmm.
crafted that, and she was. One very good thing with Sneha was she was very precise. Like I want the leather to be soft. It's going to be my everyday satchel, messenger bag. So like I don't want it a very stiff one. She was very very particular of what she wanted. So it was one way very easy on us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like again step by step we went through that process, and when we delivered it to her, I still remember she actually called me. Like there are very few clients I get call, like to express. Sometimes the words can't do justice to that.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, Ramya, that's how she started. I was like so happy, like when a person has been hunting for a long time and you could execute it, you also feel equally happy about it.
Yeah.
So it was a very beautiful experience.
So literally, like what you have written in your Instagram handle, saying every bag tells a story. I think in each one
Yeah.
of your bags, each one has so many stories that I think the moment you look at the bag, I think the story comes in front of you, and that's so beautiful. But which also brings me to this point that I see that each one of your bag range has been named something.
Yes.
You've given a specific. So how do you come to that name? How do you choose a name?
Okay. So the name was, we have like we were actually thinking, should we name give a proper Tamil name to the bag, or should we go on the English version? But our customer, the base is just not pertaining to Tamil Nadu. So we thought, many
Correct.
people may not understand if I just go ahead with the Tamil name. So we thought, as our styles are very Scandinavian, clean lines, we'll pick up British names to each and every bag. That's
Okay.
the thought we came to it. And we kind of felt, okay, some bags were very feminine, some bags were a little not very unisex. So that
Huh.
even the unisex bags will have a very unisex name if you had a look at it.
Okay. Okay.
And the very
Okay.
feminine bags will have the feminine names to it. So we
Okay.
thought we'll go in such. Yeah.
And can you explain the process? So, right, beginning from sketch to the final product, what does the cycle look like?
Okay. It's going to be a little technical.
Yeah,
So
but maybe
okay.
you
So
can avoid the too technical. But just for us to understand that a bag is not just a product. There, it goes through a lot
correct.
of maybe R&D and the choosing. I wouldn't know. That's why I'm keen to know.
Yeah. Okay. So that also answers to the question. Sometimes we get asked, why do you guys take almost a week's time to deliver a bag? I can't wait for
Uh-huh.
a week's time. That's because we craft each and every bag. Like we
Okay.
don't do a mass production and store it. So every
Okay.
bag is being specifically actually made for you, even if there is no customization to it.
Okay.
So it starts like once the pattern is made, from
Mm-hmm.
the sketch we go to the pattern, and after that comes the selection of the leather.
Okay.
Not every style will look good on every style of leather. That will have to be
Correct.
little, we'll have to work on the R&D more of that. Okay, this style will go with these kind of colors and this kind of leather, the stiffness, the pattern to it. So once that
Mm-hmm.
is decided, then we go for the leather technical process of reducing the thickness, to all that to fit in the structure of the bag.
Okay.
Then we do the inside, the most used part, the inside lining of the bag, or if it is a raw leather, we do the fabricated lining work. Then the final bag is being crafted. Like so.
Okay.
Approximately every bag takes around 1.5 days of pure workmanship. Each and every bag.
So, and at times, are you a little upset when the final thing comes? Have there been days when, maybe you've rejected one because you see that it's not really up to what you had thought of? Does that happen?
Definitely. Very much. So, I think that's a process of learning. Sometimes we may visualize this, it may look
Correct.
really beautiful in a sketch, but when it is executed, some bags will have that wow factor as soon as you see them. Some bags will not have it. So, Hari and me are very clear on that. If the bag doesn't interest us, it's
Yeah.
definitely not going to the collection. No.
Wow. So that, since you mentioned Hari, how do you balance this? Because both of you are working for, you're following your entrepreneurial dream. He's already there. He's already a designer. You already had a business, and you have a young boy. And how do you balance everything? Because don't you speak about bags at home or designs? So how do you manage this balance?
That's probably that would have been the most difficult part for me after setting up the business, the workshop, and all. Balancing the work-life balance is the even now I learn every day. I learn the work-life balance. It's not I'm a master of it. Definitely no. So what Hari and me, we're very specific of not talking about the family matters in the office. That goes, for sure. Like in the workshop, in the office, nothing about the family we talk about. But maintaining the same at home, sometimes it's
Yes.
kind of difficult. In between, suddenly it'll be like, Amma, why don't we do this? Suddenly something will strike your head,
Correct.
especially with Hari, because, he is a proper designer. He will see some architectural, while especially during the journeys. I know that architecture, that design is very nice. I kind of like that part of it. We should implement in our bags. That the conversation starts from there. There is no end to it. Sometimes you'll have to tell, what? Okay, this is going to be a family time, so let's stick to this. Uh, with me, it was little easy after we had. I think we should say that because after a kid, you definitely need your attention towards him. So it was actually easy for us to do the work-life balance after the kid. Like we kind of follow the work timings of morning 9 to 6:30, and once we
Okay.
are back home, we attend to our family needs.
And when you discuss these designs and all, is there sometimes do you also go outside? I mean, I know that you design most of the bags, but do you also seek help from others? Do you have a team that looks only into designs? How is your team segregated?
I should say just a team of two. So
Oh,
Hari, like all the beautiful designing
yeah.
goes with her. He's very like I'm blessed to have a person like that. My co-founder being a great designer, so he does most of the designing. Where the part I involve is the aesthetics of the bag, like it
Yeah.
should look like this, and the needs, like right from the weight of the bag, and
Ah,
the problem with the designers everywhere, all around the world, is they go a little flamboyant on the designing side.
okay.
So to make that draw a line between the designing and the practical needs is where I kind of come in. So no. We should focus more on the utility, the needs. All these kind of inputs I give in, and both of us sit together and we design a bag.
Lovely. I'm having a lot of people who are saying excellent quality products, works 1133, and there are a lot of people who are saying that they have loved your products, because what happens in this Instagram is that once these comments, unfortunately, the comments will not be seen in your in the
Yeah.
IGTV. So I mean, I'm sure all your clients have lovely things to say about you. But what about you? Do you have a favorite bag?
Yes.
Can you
Yeah.
show it to us?
I definitely have. Okay. This has been cherished with me for the past 4 years. So,
Okay.
like it is an example of a bag which has gone through wear and tear with scratches. But I feel that is the beauty of the leather bag, like it holds a lot of memories of you. So, this is the one. You can see it as like,
Yes, yes.
how well.
Oh, yeah.
This is
So
my
beautiful.
favorite and my everyday bag, and it has gone to almost every place wherever I go with. So I kind of believe, the the more the character you add to the bag, the scratches, the color discoloration, that kinds of tell more of you on the bag. Just not like a pristine bag from the showroom is definitely beautiful. That's what any customer would want for. But after that, the process of the bag aging well with your memories and carrying all those scars and the discoloration kinds of add more character to the bag.
So there is somebody who's asking Tamil toddlers, saying how to maintain leather bags in winters and in other seasons as well.
Yeah, so any good leather bag would need maintenance. So
Yeah.
they can clean. First thing is to clean the bag. So just a damp cloth with a bit of coconut oil will do really magic to your bags. It will
Oh,
clean away all your dirt.
okay.
And
Oh.
after that, you can use a conditioner. There's so many conditioners available in the market. You can use any of the
Okay.
conditioners, leather conditioning cream. So
Okay.
that will kind of take care of all your, the leather conditioning. But please be sure that the conditioner doesn't have any color tint to it, because most of the times what happens is most of the leather conditioners, the chemical based, has the brown one, the
Okay.
brown tint to it. Where if you use that on a leather bag which is red in color, it
Correct. Correct.
kind of
Correct.
changes the color of the
Changes.
bag.
Oh, yeah. 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 Didn't realize that that
So
could be
please
a
be aware of
problem.
that. Yeah.
So, see, you do most of your business online, right,
Yeah.
Ramya? So, isn't there sometimes people would want to feel the leather? Sometimes you need to feel, is it soft leather? Even though photographs are there, maybe three-dimensional photographs and all, but it's still not the same. I mean, you can argue that. I mean, now everybody is going online, but how do you tackle that issue, where people say, oh, I really want to touch and feel this bag?
So that is something we're working on.
Okay.
But with respect to Chennai, we are, we really love for them to come to our workshop, have a look at our leathers, the touch of the leather. They can feel the leather and whatever is available. Again, at any point of time, we will not have more than 10 bags at stock, because we don't work on that kind of model. So,
Correct, correct.
whatever is available, they can have a look at. They can select, they can customize to their needs. All that can be done if they are from Chennai. With
Okay.
the other cities, we are planning to collaborate with stores, like
Oh,
as
lovely.
of now, we do only with Jaipur.
Oh,
Other than that, we are trying to collaborate with stores so that at least they can go have a touch and feel of the bag.
oh, that's wonderful, because I've always wondered, some bags, this is how it looks and this is how it will feel. So this is really wonderful news that you're going to collaborate with, and for all those who are joined and who are going to be watching this later, I think it's a wonderful thing to see the life of an entrepreneur go in a way that she wanted to go. I mean, today when you look back, I know you've already said a big thank you to your appa, and for that, Hari, what are the other things you think that has really contributed to what you are today? Now you can look back. You already are a co-founder of Hyde Studio. You have so many client testimonials. You've made so many people happy. So, what factors do you think really, some days you look back with your coffee and say, those moments? Would you like to share that?
I would say with it's kind of a very mix of emotions and your knowledge. That has made me bring here. Uh,
Okay.
so, like when you were given the opportunity, and when people start trusting in you, as I already said before, I think that becomes a major responsibility any person can own. When somebody trusts you so much, you don't want to put them down at any point of time. So, like all those things, again, I believe in a person, I'm a person who believe that, like there is learning from each and every day of your life. Like, everything can, like, something or the other, a particular event will teach you something. It's just up to us how, how we perceive it. So, all the small things has made a big difference in respect to any entrepreneurial journey. Like, I used to crib a lot. Like, I was not a person like this. Definitely no. When I initially came to Chennai, so I was like, okay, I hardly know anyone here. Like, even with respect to the friends also, it was always Hari's friends. I hardly
Okay.
had anybody here. So it was like, getting in touch with them. And with respect to work, especially, it is always over a very cold call I had. Like, and I'm so and so, I have to introduce myself. But now things have changed a lot. I'm very blessed with that. But those days were definitely tough. Like, you have to go approach people, and it was almost like a cold fashioned way. They have no clue about who you are, where you come. It was not like, what, I was a part of Stella Maris or anything. I kind of always any of that. If I had studied here, it would have been very easy on me. But so that kind of, it took me some time to come over it and started making connections, in the sense, like, know who to approach to, what to do. That was the biggest learning process for me. Like, that kind of molded me. I would say, that contributed a lot towards Side Story.
How beautiful, Ramya, because what I'm taking away from this conversation is your persistence. You wanted you had a dream, and you made that dream possible for yourself, but you didn't. What I'm getting is that you never put any pressure on yourself. I think when we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, saying, I have to get there, I have to get there, then your focus is more on the destination than on the journey. So I think you have reached where you are, and I'm sure this is just the beginning for you. You are going on this journey because you're learning. I think that is something that is so beautiful that you have shared with us. With every bag, you're crafting a new story, you're crafting a new memory, and each bag and each memory is so beautiful. And like you said, both you and Hari, you said that if it doesn't impress me, it's not going to impress my end client. So I think that is something so important. So emotions, learning, designing, and this conviction that you have that, yeah, I'll get there, maybe not immediately. And see, it's not been a very easy journey. It's not like, hi, I'm here, and I've made these bags. People do wonder. You will have those self-doubts, I'm sure, every day, and not each day, and getting the right work-life balance. So thank you so much, Ramya. It's been such a wonderful conversation to learn more. I knew nothing about bags, and thank you for giving those tips for Tamil toddlers, and everybody can use with those tips. We all have those bags, which, I didn't know there was a leather conditioning cream at all. So thank you. So thank you so much, and cheers, Ramya, for a
Thank
fantastic
you.
journey,
Thanks a lot.
and more and more, I hope and wish that you create more and more memories with your bespoke designs. You create more stories with your bags. And thank you to all of you who watched, because I think it's because of the kind of love that I get from online, from all of you, that I am able to come back with every season with a new set of guests. And it's so beautiful to have started my journey today on season 3 with such a wonderful person, Ramya. It's and thanks to Dhanya who connected us, and
Yes,
otherwise maybe so
I
it's
know.
it's it's lovely to be connected through a bag full of stories. And all the very best to you and your husband, and all the best for a fantastic 2021, and may you create more memories and more stories with your designs. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me on your show. And I had a special mention. A friend's kids, they want to tell, oh, when they saw the post, they're like, we know this auntie. We love her stories.
How lovely. A big thank you to them, and it's those kind of things. Now, this will have a smile on my face the whole day, and people will be wondering, what is this? But that's what we want, that gratification, and that, saying that, they love what you do. So, thank you, Ramya. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
And yes, I will be back soon, next Sunday, with yet another guest. Until then, stay safe, all of you, and stay happy. And a happy 2021 to all of you. Be, just go through your journey and enjoy what you do. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.